And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. First game of this trip here for the Blazers. They're hoping to start it off with the W. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
Well, this team is a lot of fun to watch. Everything seems to be going their way. But listen, they're making their own breaks now. They're taking advantage of situations and opportunities, and they're doing everything right on both ends of the floor.
And here are the Trailblazers. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, D.A. Thanks. We'll see if they can defend and close out on shooters the way they hope to.
Yeah, and one way to take a good shooter out of his rhythm, force him to put the ball on the floor.
The other thing is avoid fouling. Don't bail guys out and give away points at the line.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Siakam. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now, we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But, Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
Now, here's Siakam. Screen by Siakam. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And finished off by Siakam.
You have to love the aggression right there. He's got the vertical, might as well put it to good use.
And a beautiful finish by Nurkic.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
And finished off by Siakam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Lillard. You saw him with 19 points his last outing. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Here's Van Vliet. 4-point game. Pass to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Heaton inside. Here's Eubanks. Picked off in midair. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Pass to Siakam. Back to Barnes. Now Siakam. Crafty move. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And that's 12 points for Siakam. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 10-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean, they battled, but at some point the game got completely away from them, and they just could not get back on track.
We know they're capable of a much better game than they played. They know it, we know it. Let's see if it affects their confidence.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Toronto. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points.
16. The Trailblazers, 6.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Here's Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeremy Grant picks one up.
This is the prototypical crafty forward, Thaddeus Young, using the up fake to get that defender off their feet.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Banton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Here's Birch. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. A guy who hasn't played a lot of ball. Sharp, though, has all the all-star tools they think available to him.
An exceptional shot maker from outside, and he's got great vertical bounce, almost a 7-foot wingspan, and he is relentless in his attack. Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Birch. And there's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. And it's Lillard missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Birch. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. Birch has got 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Hernangomez. Back to Birch. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Lillard. Toronto grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
The Raptors need to get a shot. Count it. He's got 10.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And it's Simons missing. Toronto leading by 13. Toronto working the ball around now.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Nurkic. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And more points for Nurkic. He can do this from time to time when he gets in a rhythm.
To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Blazers substitution. Drew Eubanks. Trendon Watford. Josh Hart. Gary Payton II.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. And it's Grant in the corner. Pass to Eubanks. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Eubanks got his first basket of the night.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Just 5 to shoot. Grant gets a wide open look. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer, but what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his abilities.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
They double-team Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Grant. It's Hart on the wing. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
Good, and Grant gets the assist. Lillard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Misses the three.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal
It's so hard, isn't it, Doris, to define Scotty Barnes' position? Point forward would probably, I guess that'd be correct.
I guess, Kev. And it almost doesn't matter, right? Because what we know about Scotty Barnes is he's got big-time talent. He can make plays. He can get downhill. He can rebound and run with the basketball in his hand. And think about it. He is a guy still with so much upside. Imagine when he locks in completely and understands the NBA game. Sky's the limit.
Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On the wing, Payton. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal.
The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Second team foul.
Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And it's Simons missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. At one point, they led by 16. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Trailblazers trailed by 11. To the paint. He is looking for Siakam and finds him.